Hello and welcome. Today I'm black. So we're gonna go E5. And he's okay. Yeah. It's just the king's pawns opening. Oh. You like my silly face at the bottom? See what I'm talking about with his tongue out? Bah. You know what I mean? Okay. So the thing about this one is that if I go knight d4, then he gets my knight, and then I take his knight, and then he takes my pawn with his queen, and then his queen's in the middle, and there's honestly not a lot of stuff you can do with the queen, so I like to just go either knight f6 or d5. But the thing about d5 is it's not protected, right? So yeah, duh. Oh yeah, it is protected. I'm tripping. Get out of here. And that's good because it protects it and lets me castle. I just feel like that's a bad move from my opponent. I just don't like it. It's just like you're not getting anything good out of it. Okay, he does take. Oh, I see. Now I see what's going on here. So I'm going to take his free pawn. And then he's probably going to take... Yeah, we get the queen out. That just is a very bad position to be in, I feel like, so I'd rather not. We're gonna go here. Not to mention that stops his pawn from being defended, which means I get the free pawn. Cool. Wait. I didn't even see that. And look, he left it hanging. Just an empty threat. That was a very bad move. A sequence of bad moves. But it's okay. We all make mistakes. He might come back. Wait, am I tripping? What did I lose? That should be a game. I'm like mad confused. I have no idea. I guess that's kind of weird to think about. So if I go knight d4 and he moves his queen, I get to go c2 and fork his king and rook unless he moves. Okay, yeah, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to castle. Well, I was going to castle before doing that, but still. We'll go pawn... We'll have ideas of pawn d5 later. Because it's not really going anywhere, right? Because that also... I don't see what other move there is there, because then you'd move your bishop. And you could also move it to... Yeah, that's a really good move, actually. If he doesn't do anything good. Like castling, yeah, that's not a good move, because... As far as I'm aware, I can go here. And unless you move either your knight or your bishop, I can go... Oh, okay, cool. But you also did this. Right? So, I don't know why you did that. It's okay, though. Again, we all make mistakes. Should I just take his pawn right there? And then threaten... No, I'm not threatening the rook. Choices. feel like it's something I could do with the knight. Because if I go, yeah, I don't want to go queen d4. I feel like that's what that's the normal, like my brain just wants me to, but I don't see why. It doesn't do it. It just checks, right? There's nothing good about it. I do like the idea of taking a free pawn though. Let's just take a free pawn. That makes sense. No, it doesn't, because obviously, I don't know why I did that. The only thing is, it does something I call an indirect pin, which means, I don't know, there's probably another term for it, but that if I move my bishop, he gets a free pawn on b7. So if I go knight a5, that threatens... No, it doesn't. In a way, it does. Okay, so if I go knight a5, then that threatens the pawn because I can take with my queen as well. However, if I put rook d8, that makes that move even worse. But if I do that, he's probably going to progress his pawn to c5. So I don't see a lot of use in that. I'm just going to go here, because I also want to protect my pawn on b7. That way I can move my bishop. I'm happy that I'm up 5 points. I feel like that wasn't a good move. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that can go on here now. If he... Okay, cool. So my pawn that was threatened on b7 earlier, if he moves his pawn on e4, then that means he can take... That still doesn't make a lot of sense. If he takes my pawn on b7 with his rook, and I take with my bishop, and he takes with my bishop with his queen, I'm up. Then I can take with my knight. What do you... never mind. I'm just tripping. I don't think that's a very good move. So if I go... Yeah, if I threaten his bishop, he's just going to put his rook there, and why would I help him develop that? So... no point. Now... yeah, okay. So, probably move my bishop. But, like, where can I move my bishop? I can go bishop e6, and then I can threaten his pawn, and if he takes... Yeah, and pretty much any fair trade is advantageous for me. Up 5 points, right? So, might as well. I don't know what kind of move that was. I don't know. I'm just going to take. Just you can move forward. I feel like that doesn't do a lot. And also now I can move my knight. without worrying about the pawn. I don't think he wants a trade. I think that's why he's thinking so long. And sure, that works too. And if he moves his bishop anywhere else, then I can take his rook. So I'm pretty comfortable going rook d8, but I do need to keep in mind that I'm susceptible to a back rank checkmate. Not to mention, if he moves his pawn on e4, he can go b7, and that's just... Oh, no, he can't. So my knight isn't that free. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just take. And if he takes with queen, you already know the down. Cool. Now what? I'm thinking about going pawn c6 to protect b7, but that's there's a better move for sure. I don't want to go f5 because then he can take with pawn. I take with rook. Oh, dang, he's protecting with his other as well. So then let's go here. He's not going to mine now, but then if he moves his queen, again, this is what I call an indirect pin. It's kind of nerdy. But he might also protect with his rook. But again, this is opening up the f-file. So now he's doing this. He can't actually take anything, believe it or not. It looks like he can take a pawn or something, but he really can't. Let's try and trade rooks. Should I? I could have traded rooks before, but I didn't think about it. Should I just go f5? Again, he takes with pawn. And then I take that, and then I take that, and then... Wait, okay. Pawn f5. He takes with pawn. I take with rook. Queen takes rook. Queen takes queen. Rook takes... Okay, sure. It's kind of making me anxious. Also the time, because if he just does something random, then it's like, oh shoot, I gotta like really think. And he can take with his rook a little bit. I think there's some wiggle room for him there, for sure. Because then I move my queen, right? Yeah. So I think the best move here, actually probably not, realistically. Yeah, sure, let's just... Yeah, why not? I like this. What? Oh, snap. Oh, no. Oh, I never see that. I just say, oh, he moved his queen. Oh, man. I did good, though, other than that. Just a blunder. The biggest thing here was I just didn't... Oh, he's moved his queen. He just didn't want to get that involved. I didn't even... That's literally what I thought. I thought he was trying to get his queen out of the picture because he thought it'd get taken or something. God, not thinking that deep about it, right? You're just like, oh, God. I should have seen that, too, because his rook, I think that's why he was okay with putting his rook there. I didn't think about that, too. Whenever he put his rook there, everybody was thinking about it. And I was just like, oh, he thought he could take something, but guess what? He can't. Or he could take on c7, but then I just take the rook. Well, I don't know. Pretty good game.